You know what I noticed lately? About 3, 4 years ago, when it felt like 75% of people were dialed into the TV news saying you're sick, you're sick, you're sick, and put on a mask and can't visit anyone and give them a hug. And, you know, I realized nowadays it's more like people are more open minded. Starting to go, oh, okay, okay. So it's like there's, we're not divided. There's a little bit of like kind of division, with the what's Trump doing? Like, what is this? Because even me, like, I know Trump's gonna, change the world for the better, but I'm like, it's confusing, right? It's like times it's like, but trust, like, they have a very, very well thought out, beautiful plan. But like, even like Trump, like, he can't tell people about clones right now. You can't tell people about aliens, the beautiful beings all around us, waiting to communicate with us. They're like, they can't wait. It's like so close on these other planets. Like their 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 civilizations aren't like it is here, where it's all freaking messed up with evil people roaming. It's all love at their where they're at. So that's sort of like they're waiting for us to get our act together, and then they're like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" Right? But like, it'd be just a lot to like reveal like. So that's why Trump, you know, for sometimes, goes like, oh, well, that's interesting. Like, what's that plan there? But at the same time, if you're watching the news, they'll flip, they'll twist the whole thing backwards, like completely. If you're watching Saturday Night Live or Jimmy Fallon, Colbert, those Kimmel shows, like Seth Meyers, like they just bash him and twist everything around to where he's the evil one. So then, I don't know. I go on Facebook. Another thing, I gotta stop scrolling on there, but it's an addiction. But I go on there and it's like all I see is like people saying like Trump's the evilest one, but it's like it's the other way around, right? But you guys should check out my boy Ishmael Perez, YouTube at the real Ishmael Perez. I've been watching this guy almost every day for the last like 2, 3 years. He's like the most beautiful man on this planet. He's connected with his higher self and with galactics from higher dimensions. So, like, he receives knowledge and wisdom and truths, all right? And he explains it. A lot of what I just said about Trump is from Mr. Ishmael Perez. You check out one of his shows, like he does like 3 a week, like an hour to hour and a half. Like Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, sometimes different days, but he goes live and you'll know within 1 minute flat, his heart is gold. Like, so beautiful, authentic, natural, pure, just, and like, I don't know. A lot of us are still a bit, you know, have a block up. you know, a wall that they don't want to open their mind up because it's going to shatter our core belief system like that we built our whole life. But the key is to just open up a bit, gradual with it. All right? Because this world's going to get shooken up in the next couple months. And if you remain very close-minded, it's going to be rougher. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Check out my boy Ishmael at the real Ishmael Perez. YouTube. Just watch one episode. You know? Turn off the TV that night and go check it out. There's other people on YouTube like that are like, you know, helpful with this transition. People are having an open mind now. As opposed to 3, 4, 5 years ago, everyone was like, my way or the highway. You know? Now people are like on the fence, like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, but maybe that. Yeah, but maybe that. But, you know, that's how you should be, though, about everything. You know? I try to keep an open mind. You know? I can improve on that, too. You know, sometimes I'll be like, yo, this is how it is. Like, you know? What I just said, I'm like, I'm being more, like, direct, and I gotta learn even. You know? I noticed, though, like, as I move forward, you know, I'm trying to be more open-minded. I'll look back at this video in like a year and be like, damn, even that came off as little, like, too direct, you know? But I got a little bit of frustration and anger, you know? But it's okay. Just be calm. Be calm. Let people be who they are. I don't like when people are like upset at other people for thinking a certain way. So I'm trying not to be upset. It's more like just a frustration and like, come on, let's just have an open mind. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to like say to think in a certain way. It's more just have an open mind. Check out this show or check out this different way of thinking, you know, and then instead of like staying in the same kind of routine of 6 o'clock news, you know, Saturday Night Live, late night show, CNN on the internet, and then, you know, like that same routine, then go on the internet and then build momentum with everyone that's saying the same things, right? I read these comments on Facebook, like, right? I think a lot of us do, you know, like eating popcorn, just, you know, not typing in comments, but just, and it's just like, no one ever, like, at the end of the conversation or, you know, the next week or whatever, goes, oh, you know what? You're actually shed some light on me. Yeah, maybe you are right. Maybe that does kind of make a little bit of sense. It's always like an argument where it's like, okay, I think this way, and you can't change my mind on anything. And then the other side is, I think the opposite way, and I'm not changing my mind. And they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. About like all the way going down. And at the end, it's just like, just fizzles out. And it's like, what did we learn there? That nobody is going to have an open mind, and nobody's going to like talk without like insulting. And yeah, like I come off direct, and I don't know, I'll have to watch this back. But I just hope, I encourage people to open their mind and check out some beautiful spiritual people on YouTube or Rumble. Rumble's a good source for news. It's the real news. They actually have like a desk and like a reporter, and he's got that like little TV on the side, and his eyes look like love, as opposed to the humanoids who are soulless on the newscasters on the TV. And they'll tell you like about like the real news that's going on in the world. But like on YouTube, it's like more about like spiritual, and I don't know. 1 hour already. Okay. I was thinking it's gonna be like 5 minutes. But I guess when you get going a little bit. But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for listening. Bottom line, be about love. Love yourself. Love outwardly. Help others. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Ask Creator for forgiveness. And be without thought. For real. Throughout your day. Turn off the TV. Turn off the internet. In the new earth, with this QFS, quantum financial system, I would encourage you all to start preparing for your humanitarian program. We all need to have an idea of how we can help and love others. Right? You make beautiful music, that'll help others. You can teach, that'll help others. You can cook, that'll help others. You can take care of little kids that take care, that'll help others. Spiritual ascension will be some of the main humanitarian programs. Think spiritual, ascension, and love. And not to worry if you don't know right away, but just start putting that thought in, because our careers and jobs that we have now, most of us will be transitioning into a completely different career. Something more your hobby, more to your liking, more natural, easy, joyful, peaceful, easygoing, beautiful, loving, and we are on our way to a sunshiny day. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, please, at JD Rise. Yeah, check out the playlist. I put all the videos I got in there on playlist. For the casual viewer, check out the 4 and 5 star playlist, especially the 5 star. I think this one gonna go into 5 star. Um, I love you all. Take care. We're gonna be okay. This is the new way, the new year, the new era, the golden era, the era of love. Catch you all later. See you.